What is happening? Alright, we'll pause that music. What is going on, guys? Am I loud? Maybe I need to turn myself. I don't know. I turn myself down, but I turn myself up, and then I don't know. I'm just being a goofball. We're gonna hide the alcohol because we're not drinking it right now. There we go. Hello. Oh, Zen Ginger was here and left. That's too bad. We got we got Derek here. Hey, Derek, and Mr. Chattanooga Ed. How are you doing, Ed? And Dark Fruit Dolls. How you doing, Dark Fruit? And Horn Dog. Dark Fruit and Chattanooga, thank you both for being members. I appreciate it. And Zen Ginger too, but she left. All right. Um. So we're gonna try some creepy stories. Boop. Hey, Lauren. How you doing? How are you doing? Hola. Hello. All right. Let me do this right here. So Carrie Nature told me off last night, and I kicked her from my channel. So ha. But if Carrie Nature's here, I don't really care. So we're gonna tell some stories. I mean, fair use act, right? So we're gonna give it a shot. Don't catch the coronavirus, Chappy. We need you. Fine, fine, at work. I can't drink. Don't make me jealous. LOL. I'm not drinking. No drinky drink for me. Coronavirus party. Why did you tell her off? I didn't. She told me off. This story says it's 7 minutes long. I'll be the judge of that. Pudding run. I feel like it's a pudding walk, maybe. You told her off. Who did I tell off? I didn't tell off anybody. I mean, I would like for Carrie to be cool with me, but she got mad at me. She called me a prick. I just said she freaked out a little bit. You know, when someone freaks out, it doesn't help if everyone else freaks out. Um, and I understand, we had some bad words in the chat yesterday. And my job as the host is to try to calm people down. And that is not what was happening. Luckily, the person he was directing it to was calm. And we were able to get it under control. So, it is what it is. I hope I didn't lose her as a viewer. Just, you know, people just need to relax a little bit. Some people are, more prone to outbreaks when they happen in chats and stuff. Shut up! He did that just to annoy me. But, I mean, it's fine. So, I just wanted to put that out there, I don't mean any malice towards anybody. And, I hope we can all become friends again. Can we just love one another? So we got stories. Oh, I'm not reading that out loud, horn dog. It's whatever. I uh, I don't have malice. I'm not gonna go above that. No, no, stop talking about Carrie. She's not dead to me. I still like her. You know, and I probably shouldn't have mentioned it. I was just kind of hoping that she was here in the chat, but it's whatever. You know, I understand her side of the story. I understand everybody's side to everything. Because I'm always watching. No. So we're going to start off with a story. This one's called. Hang on a second. It's called Please Stay Awake. It's not explicitly stated, so we're going to tell the story. I don't care. This is called Please Stay Awake by J.T. Gorgon. And I got to put these. Here, let me get a notepad out. So we're going to put doobly doo. If this person has a problem with me promoting them. And then I'll put this. It's actually probably just easy to put the story in there. All right. Cool. So if I get demonetized for this, I get demonetized for it. It's fine. So, yep. So let me give you all the link to the story, because words are hard, okay? And if y'all like the story, please rate it. Anyways. Dark, cold, and eerie. Those are the only words I can come up with to describe the house in which I live. I've lived with my family for the majority of my life. Mostly dark, blistering cold during the winter, and always eerie. Sometimes there would be strange noises coming from the cellar too. It often it had often given me the creeps, though I would never admit that to my mother. I figured I was too loud or too old to let some silly noise scare me. Anyway, I've been trying to act like the man of the house ever since my dad left when I was 7. I'd always hoped I would never turn out like my father, whom I hated with a burning passion. As far as he goes, I suppose I'd better just leave it at that. I lived in a house with my mother, Linda, and my uncle Kevin on a vast piece of land in Stin, India. Steinen, Stinton, was a tiny place. I'm sorry, was a tiny piece of shit in the middle of nowhere. Nobody liked living there. I didn't have any friends because I was homeschooled. I'd never even seen another kid in my age in Stuyton. since we almost never left the house unless my mom had to go to town to buy groceries. However, I was always very close to Uncle Kevin. When I was little, he would tell me ghost stories right before bed, which my mother hated. Stop it, Kev. You're gonna give him nightmares, she would snap. Oh, I did get nightmares indeed, and sometimes it seems as though the nightmares refused to end. They crept into the back of my mind like a spider crafting its web. The story he told most often was about a monster with a contorted body and black eyes. According to the legend, as Uncle Kevin called it, even though I knew he made it up himself, the monster would come into the room if you were awake past your bedtime and hide in your closet, watching you the whole night. Of course, this was just a silly little tale that Kevin would tell me so I wouldn't stay up late. Even so, I can't tell you how many times that horrible creature has popped into my head over the years. On this particular night, I decided to go to bed early in an attempt to sleep off the pounding headache. I lied down on my icy bed and sank underneath the covers, hiding my face from whatever may have been lurking inside of my head. After setting my glasses down on the nightstand beside my bed, I reached over and flicked off the light. The darkness made me feel alive in a very strange way, almost as though I was mesmerized by the nothingness. As I looked around the room, seeing almost nothing but pitch black darkness surrounding me, I felt entranced, as if something was forcing me to look. Of course, there was nothing to look at least not with eyes. This was something you could only witness in the deepest corridors of your mind. The part of your mind that you always dread visiting and can never seem to return from. Out of nowhere, I began to hear scratches upon the window above my bed. My eyes immediately burst open, and I felt like I was unable to close them again. What the fuck was that? I asked myself. Nothing, of course, it was nothing. It couldn't have been anything, right? Right. Just my mind playing tricks on me in the dark. No big deal. But in a moment of childish curiosity, I decided to go peer out my window, just to make sure. I was hearing nothing more than a tree branch brushing up against the glass. But then it hit me like a bag of bricks. There is no tree next to my window. Still, I decided it would be better to sleep it off and think more about it in the morning. It was probably all in my head. It had to be. I found it unusually difficult to fall asleep that night, as if somebody or something was trying to keep me up. I woke up the next morning with the sound still locked in my brain. It had to have been coming from somewhere, but where? Shit. I had no idea. But then I remembered. The cellar. I built up as much courage as I could muster and slowly crept down into the abyss. Jesus, I hadn't been down there in a year, maybe longer. I had almost forgotten what it looked like. Nothing but clouds of cobwebs and stacks of cardboard boxes shoved against the walls. I rustled through a couple of the boxes until I stumbled upon a picture I had drawn when I was a child. It was a sketch of a grotesque creature. It definitely wasn't human. This thing barely even had a face, just dark, black eyes and no mouth. Its body was tall and thin and was contorted in a shape that I had never seen before. The more I looked at the drawing, the more I was reminded of that story my uncle used to tell me. It appeared to be raining above the creature, and towards the bottom of the paper I had scribbled, "Please stay awake," in giant letters. I didn't know what the hell that was supposed to mean, but I folded up the paper and stuffed it in my pocket. I quickly made my way to the staircase and into the kitchen, and went about my day as usual, keeping that drawing in mind, trying to remember what it meant and why I had drawn it in the first place. I looked outside and noticed that it had begun to rain. I didn't want to think about the creature any longer, so I walked to the dimly lit room and plopped into my bed. I fell asleep before I even knew it. When I awoke, it was exactly 3 a.m. The night was colder and darker than usual. The farm was soaked with rain from earlier in the evening. The moon was full and radiant. It almost didn't look real. For an instant, I glanced out my bedroom window and I could swear I saw something walking quickly through the yard. When it spotted me, it slunk behind a tree, as if it were trying to hide from me. It looked exactly like what I had drawn when I was a child. I ran into Uncle Kevin's room and began to shake him awake. "Kevin! Kevin!" He rubbed his eyes. "What's up, bud? It's late," he asked. Bewildered at my excitement, I looked him in his bloodshot eyes and softly said, "I saw someone in the yard." Kevin looked at me with hesitation. "No, you probably just saw an animal. Get back to bed." I know what I saw. This was no animal, or at least not one that I had ever seen. Not even in my worst fucking nightmares. I knew I couldn't tell him exactly what I'd seen. He would never believe me. "No, Kevin, it was not an animal, please. It was a man, I think. I mean, look, just please go check it out." Uncle Kevin leapt up and grabbed his shotgun from under the bed. "All right, come on. Show me where he is. Let's try not to wake your mom. I'll scare the fucker off." We went outside and I pointed to the tree. I whispered to Kevin, "I saw him go behind the tree." My uncle bravely walked up to the tree and peered around it. Nothing. He searched the entire farm for well over half an hour, but he never found anyone or anything. "Let's go back in, bud. There's no one out here. Keep the doors locked tonight." He was wrong. I knew there was something out there. I crawled into bed and threw the covers over my face. I could hear the blistering wind coming from the outside. It pierced my ears with a whistle that I thought only dogs could detect. Suddenly, I heard a tapping sound from my window. The sound grew louder with each tap. It tightened. I tightened the blankets around my body. The taps slowly turned into knocks, louder and faster. The knocks came. The knocks turned into bangs. I thought the glass was going to break, and then out of nowhere it stopped. No more taps, no more knocks, no more bangs, no more wind. I was relieved. Suddenly, I heard a low, chilling voice in my ear. Please, stay awake. It couldn't be. No, it couldn't be. I ran into the hallway, ready to make my way to my mother's room, when I saw it, whatever it was. I still don't know. It was holding Kevin's lifeless, mangled body in its arms. Carved deeply into my uncle's torso were the words, "Please stay awake." I tried to let out a scream, but only silence filled the dead air. I sprinted through the door of my mother's bedroom and saw her body laying in the middle of the floor. She was covered in blood, and her left arm had been ripped straight out of its socket. Written next to her in her own blood were the words, "Please stay awake." I began to sob, and when I turned around, the creature was gone. I don't know where the hell it went, and I'm not sure I want to. I closed my eyes as tightly as I could and let out the loudest scream I could muster. I called the police and lied down on the cold, now blood-soaked floor, waiting for them to arrive. It felt like hours. Finally, the police showed up to find me in the fetal position next to my mother's corpse. I told them everything I saw. I showed them my drawing. I told them about the trap, the taps, the knocks, and the bangs. I told them what I had seen outside, but of course they wouldn't hear a word of it. Why would they? All they could see was a lonely kid hovering over his dead mother, her blood covering my clothes almost as much as it covered the floor. It's cold in this cell. It's dark and lonely. The silence is the only saving grace. Constant, peaceful silence. Tonight, it's raining outside. It's colder, darker, and wetter than ever. But unfortunately, I must stop writing now. I just heard a tap on my window. How's everybody doing? I gotta scroll way up. Hey, Plague God. Hey, J.E. I got permission to tell stories? Not exactly. Um, I'm just gonna give credit to the person, and I'll put it in the link in the description. So I'm keeping track of what stories I tell. And that if their story explicitly says "do not tell this story," I won't tell it. So this one does not say that. I'm doing fine. And how are you, Yandere? I hope you're well. So that was Please Stay Awake. I'll give the link one more time. If you want to go and upvote that, I thought that was a pretty good story. You have to go out tomorrow for what? You had a sleepover last night, huh? Mm. Pillow fight? Alright, here's the next one. This one's called I Met the Monster in My Closet. This is by F. Zaidi? Zaidi? Let's see if I can get out. I gotta make sure I give credit where it's due. Yeah. Hey Pleco, how you doing? If I become infected, everyone is screwed. So, this one's a longer one, but let's give this a shot. This is I Met the Monster Under My Closet. Send me Taco Bell, I'd love that right now. Oh, Jay owns an abandoned barn. Oh, that'd be a fun place to do a sleepover. I'd like that. Anyways. Everyone has heard of the boogeyman. A creature, tall and dark, who comes out at night and preys on fearful children. The story is a classic tale, one that every kid and their neighbor like to scare each other with during sleepovers. People have come up with several different versions of the story, like how the boogeyman only comes out during a full moon, how it can transform itself into your greatest fears, or how it lives under your bed and waits for the right moment, right when you're most vulnerable, and snatches you. But I know the truth. There is no such thing as the boogeyman. No, there is only something far different, something that strays from the legends, something that you wouldn't expect. How do I know this, you might ask? because I saw the thing with my very own eyes. I was 11 years old when it happened. I lived in a relatively quiet home in the suburbs with my mother and father. Being an only child, I had the privilege of getting everything I asked for. I had a large bedroom all to myself filled with a vast assortment of toys and video games. I admit I was quite the spoiled kid. As the weeks went by and storage space in my room slowly decreased, my parents decided it was time I got somewhere to store all my junk that wasn't on the floor. So a few weeks prior to when it happened, they had found an old second-hand closet and decided it would fit nicely in my room. As the 11-year-old I was, I didn't have much of an option on the closet and let my parents place it and clean up how they wanted. Several days passed without anything abnormal happening. I saw my friends from time to time and otherwise occupied myself playing games. Days turned into weeks, and soon enough the closet was cluttered with my crap. Dust and cobwebs collected at the top. Bite marks framed the door, and part of the corner had been chipped off due to my friends being a little too careless when roughhousing. It was the second-hand closet. If the second-hand closet looked old before, it had aged quite rapidly after spending a few weeks in my bedroom. Thinking back, there was something about the closet, that had always felt a little off. It was like I got a bad feeling, shivers, every time I got close to it. But as but as the kid I was, I took little to no notice of this and brushed it off as nothing. The night it happened, I had been playing with my favorite stuffies, making them play fight each other. My playtime was interrupted by my mother entering the room and telling me that it was time for bed. I reluctantly put away my stuffies in the closet and crawled into bed. My mother tucked me in, peppered a few kisses on my cheek, and closed the lights as she left my room. I knew that I should have gone to sleep, but at the time I just couldn't. I tried. I really did. But I had too much pent up energy. I wanted to keep playing with my stuffies, not sleep. I rolled over and watched the door for a few moments until I saw the light from under the board flick off. I sat up and instantly got to work, opening my nightlight, then pattered towards the old closet. In the dim light, the closet felt like it was towering over my little body. I never really realized how tall it was until then. I felt myself shivering as I neared the piece of furniture, which I found odd because I didn't feel cold at all. Dismissing this, I reached up and opened the door as silently as I could to not to alert my parents and look in. Toys and cards and board games were scattered messily along the closet ground. Unable to really see, I reached in blindly, attempting to find my favorite stuffy, but to no avail. Frowning, I leaned my body forward, then I suddenly felt myself tumbling forward, right into the mess, the door behind me croaking loudly as I did so. I fumbled for a few moments to catch my footing, but found it was impossible to stand up with the clutter around me. I scrambled forwards and tried to find the walls of the closet so I could support myself, but I couldn't seem to find it no matter how far I reached. Instead, I stumbled over myself once more and felt my body drop. A slight panic rose in my chest as I scurried backwards. I finally felt myself push on the open closet door and tumble out. I sat there on the floor, breathing heavily while allowing myself to calm down. It took a moment, but as my eyes adjusted to my surroundings, I quickly realized I wasn't in my room anymore. I knew this because I could see faint outlines on the walls, and compared to my large, spacey room, this place was tiny. Not only that, but I could feel something soft and woven underneath where I sat, which was a contrast from the hard, cold floors of my own room. I stood and pattered forwards cautiously until I hit something large and stiff. I wasn't sure what exactly I'd bumped into, but before I had a chance to reach out and touch it, I heard a quiet click. A light had been turned on, causing me to hiss and squint my eyes in order to adjust to the darkness. From the darkness, I opened my eyes up and was finally able to see my surroundings. I was in a bedroom of sorts. It was small and painted a light pink color. It was adorned with several. A high pitched sound coming from behind me interrupted my thoughts. I froze in an instant. There was something else here. I wasn't alone. I swallowed and turned around. Before me, at a little distance, stood the form of a being I'd only heard about in night terrors. Its skin was pale and weathered with splotches of deep red stained underneath its wide, beady eyes. Its head was abnormally round, and long, disheveled strands of hair matted its face. Two oval-shaped bulges stood out from either side of its face, partially hidden by its strands of hair, but still very much visible. Perhaps the most disturbing feature on the face was the wart placed right in the center that oozed clear liquid out of one of its holes. Its physique, on the other hand, stood quite short in stature. Its body was oddly symmetrical and proportionate, with bones barely visible through the skin due to excess flesh and meat on the creature's body. Its slender limbs had curled in on themselves, and its paws protruded short, round claws at its tips. A fresh wave of fear consumed my being as I locked eyes with the monster, who stood as still as I was. I couldn't move an inch of my body, motor functions freezing as if they had lost all response. But then, without warning, it started moving slowly towards me. It was shivering, twitching, and moved its limbs in a tentative way, one short appendage stretching itself in front of another. It stopped, quickly and suddenly. I could see the figure's thin torso breathing in and out at an irregular pace. Breathing coming in, nothing more than a series of horrifying wheezes. My heart skipped a beat, and I shook in my spot, my own breath labored by panic. I stared into the creature's dark eyes and swallowed, thicker this time, forcing back a ball of anticipation that stuck with it. Any moment now, any sudden moment, this thing could jump at me, and that would be it. I shifted my eyes all around the room, but there was no space, nowhere to run. The only exit was being blocked off by the monster. But then something strange happened. The creature backed away and started to make noises. Croaks and cracks and strange sounds came out of the thing's mouth, its facial expressions morphing as it mumbled, its eyes leaking some kind of clear liquid. Was it trying to say something? Was it trying to threaten me? It had to be. There was no other fact. But its voice sounded minuscule. I was as frightened. It was as frightened as I was. Surely it wasn't trying to talk to me. I stared at the creature. My thought process told me that maybe I could try to communicate with it long enough to stall it and run until I could make it back to safety. And so I allowed simple, cautious words to escape my lips and interject the creature's incoherent sounds. Hello? And there was silence. The creature stiffened at my words, wide eyes becoming impossibly wider, the pink mouth, the pink mouth dropping down into what I recognized as an expression of shock. I thought for a moment that maybe it understood me, until an ear-piercing wail erupted from the monster. The creature threw its head back and shrieked a terrible sound that I had never heard in my life, being nothing short of purely animalistic. In my frozen state, I could see the light begin to illuminate from a small crack of the door, and a series of heavy banging sounds that came closer and closer to the room, getting louder as they did so. That's when I realized what was happening. It was calling its sisters. Realization dawned fast as the panic rose in my chest. The only thoughts going through my head at the moment was that if I didn't get out now, surely I was going to die. I was going to die without my family ever knowing where I went or what happened to me. The banging noises got closer, and I could begin to hear the sound of the other creatures getting closer. Their voices were deeper and less shrill than the thing in front of me, but caused shivers in my bones anyways. I had to get out. But how? Let me let her out of the room real quick. Wanna go out of here? Come on. Misty. Maybe that was the only thing keeping me alive. I looked behind the creature, and sure enough, an exact replica of my closet stood against pink walls. Adrenaline shot through me, and I suddenly regained control of my legs and made a dash for it, clumsily avoiding the creature as I bolted past it and straight into the familiarity of the wooden closet. I latched into the handle and tore open the door with a might I didn't know I contained. I hauled myself through the door and went to slam it shut before stopping myself last second, realizing quickly that the sound would only alert the monsters to my location. I curled up and stayed as still as possible, as quiet as possible. Through the thin crack of the door, I could only see the back of the monster and not its face. The banging noises came from its sisters ceased, but I can now clearly hear their voices, and I knew that they must have arrived, standing somewhere I could not see them. Muffled sounds and thuds were all I heard for a couple of moments before a new figure came into my field of vision, and I felt paralyzed as a new wave of fear overtook me. The thing was massive. It appeared to look a fully legged version of the wailing creature, a developed version. It crouched down to hold the smaller creature, what seemed like a horse. Soothing sounds came from its mouth. It appeared to work because the little creature slowly calmed down from its hysteria. Another even deeper voice came from behind the door, where I could not see, and the little creature responded to it. Unintelligible sounds came from its mouth, and to my horror it stretched out its limbs to point right in my direction, right to where I was hiding. I could see the shadow of an even larger creature stepping towards my direction, and I flinched harshly, bolt, blind panic escaping. I swallowed hard, willing the blur in my vision to disappear, but it refused. I shut my eyes and scooted back as far as I could, bracing myself for the worst. I kept crawling back and back, waiting for the moment the light would come in and expose my identity. Except it never came. Instead, I felt my back hitting into several little items. They clattered all around me as I pushed backwards in fearful determination to get away. Then I felt myself hitting what must be the door of the closet and tumbled out, back flipping painfully through the clutter of toys until I finally rolled out of the dark closet. For a long moment, I simply lay there, on my front, curled in a fetal position, unwilling to move. I hugged myself tightly with all of my limbs and tried to stop my body from shaking, but it didn't do much. Then finally I willed one of my eyes open. I was back in my room. I was back in my room. I couldn't believe it. Nothing had changed from since I left, save for the toys that were now scattered all around me. The closet doors were closed, and then I did the only thing that I could think of at the moment. I screamed. I had no idea how long I was screaming for, but all I knew was my voice was starting to break, and I could no longer keep back the cries of absolute anguish that had been holding in me. It was I was out of it. I was too out of it to notice the banging of my parents' footsteps making their way to my room, or their voices calling out frantically. I didn't process the lights being turned on and only snapped out of my trance when my mother, so softly and soothingly, reached out her 3 arms to cradle me next to her bony chest. "Sweetheart, what's wrong? Tell Mommy what's wrong." Closet," I rasped, and reached out an arm to point directly at the closet. But my mother and father shot their 8 bright red eyes to each other, then to the closet, then back to me. It was my mother who spoke first. "Oh, sweetie, what's wrong with the closet?" "Monster," I mumbled, shoving my face deeper into the comfort of her bones. I heard my mother whisper something to my father, but I couldn't quite make out what they were saying. I felt a slender, clawed hand run circles up and down my back. "Daddy's gonna have a look in the closet, okay?" my mother whispered to me in her calm voice. I wanted to say no. I wanted to tell my father to stop before it was too late, but I couldn't. The only words literally dying in my throat, as if something in me physically wilted and died. I dared to peek, 3 of my eyes open, and watched as he opened the closet door with a moment of hesitation and found nothing. There was nothing there except a messy pile of toys and a wooden wall behind it. My father smiled, exposing his sharp fangs in a reassuring way. "See, kiddo, there's nothing to be worried about." But it was there. It was 3 of them, with 2 arms and legs, and it had so much hair and so much flesh. My mother shushed me and rocked me gently. "Shh, you're really tired, honey. There's nothing there, see? Now why don't you go back to sleep? Oh, here, why don't you take Mr. Fluffy's with you?" Mr. Fluffy's, my favorite stuffy, had been sprawled out on the ground right beside me, its one eye and cute toothless smile bored straight at me, and my father bent over and took Mr. Fluffy's into his bristly arms and guided me out of my mother's arms and hefted me up in his own. He shuffled over to my bedside and placed me on to my bed, tucking me and Mr. Fluffy's in, and placed a kiss on my forehead. A wave of exhaustion came over me, and I couldn't help but stifle a yawn. I heard my mother chuckle lightly as she stood beside my father at the edge of the bed. "Are you going to be okay to sleep now, sweetie?" Despite the shock I still felt all over my body, I nodded my head slowly. I was just too tired. I didn't want to play anymore. I just wanted to sleep. Sleep and pretend this never happened. The last thing I heard before I lost consciousness was my father's voice whispering, "Remember, kiddo, there's no such thing as the boogeyman." And that was something I was sure of. David with a 420. Super. Thank you very much, David. You're awesome. How is everybody doing? I think I'm going to order some food. I got the munchies now because David just gave me 420. Guess I should find my phone, huh? Hello, marshmallow unicorns. I don't think we've met. Welcome to the stream. Nope, I am definitely subscribed to you. Then I don't know who you are. Hey Siri. Ah.
Go ahead.
I found you. I found you.
I don't understand.
Whatever. I don't care. I had that last night. It was delicious. Ooh, burger fee. Burger fee's good. What? And hand cut fries. Ooh, and a cheese sauce. And what do they have for drinks? Oh, wait. You gotta scroll. There we go. Beverages. I mean, I do have Pepsi. Never mind, I have Pepsi in the fridge. Bacon jam fries. Oh man, that sounds good. No. Holy shit. $31. Wait. I think I get a discount. What the hell's my discount? It's March 16th now, you bastard. Get some Taco Belly. Jesus. Whatever. It's good. We're getting it. Hey, Emmy. Just spray your butt clean with the garden hose, or just get a bidet. I mean, that's an option, right? A bidet. 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 So did y'all like that story? I mean, I don't know. I used to be able to get this in. Because it goes like that. There it goes, I got it. Oh, no, I didn't. Shit. It goes like that. I think I got it that time. Did I? No, I got it poking through. Poking out. Like a turtle head poking out. I got it that time, okay. Garden hose is a trailer park bidet. Oh, Emmy, that's disgusting. You need muscles, Chappy. I have muscles. See? I got big muscles. Crazy. Where did my wrench go? I don't know who you are, marshmallow unicorns. And I'm actually thinking about taking away a bunch of wrenches here pretty soon. Mellow Corns is a whitey. Oh no. I don't know what you're talking about, David. Y'all y'all are something else. So my mustache is coming back. So now you're gonna have me playing with my mustache all the time. And this. Wait a second. There we go. Now the nose ring's in. Yeah, you do. I don't know a marshmallow unicorn. You can say I do, but I don't recognize the name. Why am I getting back into the toolbox? The Zen Ginger with the mustache. It's $1.50 mustache. This mustache is worth more than $1.50. I don't know what I don't know what accent that was. It was like Mexican and European or something. Mexarian. Eurocan? You talking about Burt's Bees? I got some Burt's Bees right here. Oh no, why is that not popping up where it should? Let me fix that. There it goes. Oh, Zan, thank you. Rusty Blader has followed. Thank you, Rusty. And David with his. Oh, wait. Let's see if this works. Mmm. Burt's Bees. It's good for your lips. Yeah, get your Chappy merch. There's David's 420. Rusty Blader. Is Rusty in here? It was like 9 minutes ago. It's just gonna go crazy for a second. Oh, Chattanooga Ed, $2. Hi, Zen. Thank you, Ed. That's awesome of you. What are you doing? Why do you keep doing that? Do that one instead. I'm not hitting enter. What the shit? It's broken. Is that gonna work? I don't know. We're gonna try. We're gonna try to get all the alerts to work. Trim all the fat, Chappy. What fat? I'm not fat. My boobies aren't fat. They're muscle. Ow. Holy crap, it's gonna be here at almost 9 o'clock. So we're not gonna go for a very long time. We've been going for about an hour. Maybe we sit and chat for a little while. Slayer rules with the 666. Hell yeah, David. Oh, so now that's gonna repeat for a while. You can go for a nice Italian hero right now with ham, salami, pepperoni, and provolone. Well, I'm not Italian, but I'll be your hero. Oh, that's disgusting. I'm sure I don't swing. I don't do dogs. Yeah, everything's gonna repeat a few times. I don't know why. You're in two streams and watching Prodigal Son. it's it's broken right now. I don't know how to stop it. It's it's repeating like 3 times for everybody. So cool. So we're gonna see that more than once, I think. Preparing my burger fry. Jordan is in a Dodge Charger. Oh no, he's going the wrong way. Oh no, he should have turned around. Where are you going, bud? Please turn around here. Oh, he's. Which way is he going? I don't know. Oh yeah, Aquashella. It probably won't be canceled. I don't know. So I've got some good restaurants when y'all come and visit me. Some Korean, some barbecue, some burger joints. Just good restaurants in general. And hopefully when y'all get here they're still open and everything's not on lockdown. Because if you're on lockdown, well, that'd be kind of ridiculous. Um, so it would be awesome if more folks became members. I would appreciate that more. I want to see the at least the 99 cent one. I want to see that creepy smile all the way down the chat. Um, but if not, it's fine. I still appreciate the super chats very much. I need to reset my PIN code for Google. Whatever. So let's see if we can find a short story. Hey, Chevy. Well, BurgerFi is preparing my food right now. Let's hope they continue to prepare my food. How about a 5 minute or 18 minutes? Not reading it. Nope. Let's do this. Oh, that felt so damn good. The hotels will still be open. Most likely, we could still go visit Chappy. Yeah, but if you give Chappy the coronavirus, I'll be mad. Oh, Emmy Excelsior is a creeper. Awesome, Emmy. Thank you for becoming a member. Um, length micro. There has been no micro short stories in a long time. Now, Emmy, you get Oh, that's right. The icon. So you'll notice Zen's is different than Chattanooga Ed's. Emmy, what's yours look like? Oh, yours is the clear one too. You do have cool new stickers. It's the West End here. At least 200 or more people waiting for the rail or buses. Jesus, that's terrible. Um, I got Chick-fil-A today, and they were open. It was pretty, you know, it was a long ass line. Like it'll be funny if a food place stays open, but they come to your like, like and they feed you your food. I actually have the respirator. I have the proper respirator for going out in public. The proper. One second, let me see if I can find it. I don't think it's in my closet. I think I have to go get it. One second. No, I found it. That one was a P100 mask or P100 filters. I don't think that those stop sickness. Let me see. Uh, P100 respirator. Um, oh, it's gotta be the N95. I don't think I have any N95s. Oh. It looks like the P100 may work. Maybe not. Maybe? I actually have the proper, I might have the proper one. Oh, wait, here we go. I've got the CDC website. I have the proper filters. Yeah. I'm sure you believe me. I have the yeah, I have what they call a protection factor 10 mask. What did I do wrong or say wrong under Unicorn 1? Are you the unicorn there? Lavender. His other account. Whose other account? I'm so lost right now. Who's Unicorn? Chappy, I didn't accept your guild invite on BDO because I made a new character to try out in Shy. Off topic. Do you not want to join the guild? I'd love for you to join the guild. That'd be cool. Now I kind of want to find my respirator. Y'all hang on a second. Look at you. Hang on a second. sorry about that. I went on a tangent. Here's my P100 filters. I just don't know where my mask is. Oh, so you're a marshmallow unicorn. Wait, I was cleaning my junk out in the mailbox. Decided to pop in. Hi, I'm under marshmallow unicorn timeout. You're marshmallow. 1 second. I'm still here. I'm just. Damn it, I have like 2 of these. Jesus. Got that one I forgot about, and that one. I'm a Pepsi drinking fool. I found it. Let me see here. See if it even fits. Oh no. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, it's mostly good. So here's my gas mask, or my respirator base plate. And I hope these are the kind that fit it. If not, I think I have more than these. I look like a guy that can't get COVID-19. You know what COVID-19 means? Oh, I actually get a CD-ROM and a booklet on it. I could probably sell that freaking stuff. You need that, you're high risk. Ooh, sorry, it fits me. I had a fit test for it. If I could get more, I would. I'd send them out. Did someone get timed out? Who got timed out? Nobody got timed out. Yeah, we don't time out trolls because I like the trolls. Damn it, now I want to see if these fit. Yep. This is what a person that doesn't want coronavirus looks like. Oh, wait. Here we go. You gotta put it on there. And you gotta cinch up here. Like if you want to do it proper. And then... So this is what you wear if you truly don't want coronavirus. Because this actually filters
99% of all air and particulates. So,
I'll start the bidding at $500. Yeah. So apparently, the hospitals can't even get these right now. Let's go online. Let's see what they're worth. What is this? This is a Advantage 200 LS. Hey Siri. Because she was also telling me when my food was gonna get here. Oh, food's here. Hang on a second, guys. Hey, settle down. Misty, kennel. Kennel. Go. Right, get back. Kennel. Hi. Hi, sir. Yeah, it's not too much. They're actually that's awesome. Well, yours is the charcoal. Yeah. Actual. Yeah, those things go for like $5, $6. Wait, I can join you. Hang on a second, guys. I'm sorry.
Live streams, and I'll just walk in with it on.
I'm live streaming right now.
I
This is the one that hospitals can't get a hold of right now. Yeah, I had nothing. We look like fuck. Well, Tommy, you're fucked, bud.
oh man, it still smells like CS.
Tommy, you're fucked. Damn. You wanna know why? Oh, but you do. Can we open it? Can we open it up? Yeah. Hey, get out of here. Yeah, mine smells like oil fields. Alright, anyways, sorry about that, guys. Oh, I got one of the most delicious hamburgers you could ever get. You can slow the spread without a proper hazmat setup. Yeah, I mean, I probably shouldn't have opened the filter. I probably could have got a lot of money for that. I don't care, it's mine. I'm probably going to get coronavirus from this. Totally worth it. Holy Jesus, I ordered large fries. You're about to see this. Misty, you like french fries? Yeah, because you're about to have one or two at least. These are my fries. With cheese sauce. So good. And my food is hot. I mean, this is burger fee. Okay, if you're cutting fiberglass, You just use your Bong gas mask. I sent someone one of those once for the Reddit gift exchange. Look at this thing. I need to turn a light on so I can see what I'm doing. I have one right here that I can use. Derp. Love French fries. Well, Burger Fee makes an awesome French fry and an even awesomer burger. It's even got like a little Burger Fee on it. Oh, R.I.P. keyboard. They say it's water resistant. I hope it's meat resistant. Oh, I got 2 cheese sauces. I got it all. I got cheese sauce and French fries and hamburgers and respirators. I got Pepsi. I got Dow. This microphone's killing me. There we go. If y'all are curious about the coronavirus, there's 2 very good videos I'd like for y'all to watch. One is the Seeker video, all you need to know about coronavirus. And the other is the Joe Rogan interview. Let me find my phone. Hey Siri! It's probably in my closet. Yep. And you're hiding in my closet. Oh! Let me finish this. Alright, cool. The Joe Rogan video, it's, oh, I downloaded it. What am I thinking? It is, Michael Osterholm. So the Seeker, all you need to know, and Michael Osterholm with Joe Rogan. So there's no reason to panic about the virus, honestly. But it is good to be informed. So Michael Osterholm dispels a lot of cheese sauce. Dispels a lot of rumors. You know, like I don't want to give away too much, but like going into a sauna does not help kill coronavirus, because if you have it and you're in a sauna and you're breathing in, there's no way your lungs get hot enough. Hey, Kevin. There's no way your lungs get hot enough from breathing in the vapors of a sauna, because when you exhale, you're not exhaling your whole entire lung, and when you inhale the hot air, it mixes with the cold air, so your lungs never actually heat up enough. So check out the oh god, why was I not thinking of this? Kevin, I just think that's wishful thinking, bud. But maybe. Um, I mean, it doesn't hurt to try, right? You want to test that? Yeah, I wouldn't mind giving it a shot. But I get to wear my respirator. It make noises. And then at the end, you I'd make like a "you killed my father" joke, but I'm Darth Vader. You know, it would just be funny. It would still be funny. Um, and this may sound disgusting, but a pro tip right now is if you have the money, invest money. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but the market can only go so low before it starts going back up. This will not be the fall of the American dollar. And let's say you do invest money and it drops more, there's no way it's not going back up because if it dropped so low that our dollar means zero, you have more to worry about than your money not being worth anything. Because then you could have $1 million and it's worth zilch. Gold wouldn't mean anything. So if you have money to invest, I would seriously suggest it. I know how to. I know proper cleaning techniques for my mask. So I know how to clean my mask like if there were a chemical agent on it. Kevin, you haven't closed your stores, have you? That's definitely not going to happen. Yeah, Derry. I need to charge my phone. And I'll be honest with you, my respirator doesn't get a perfect seal. I should actually shave. I should shave all this if I want a proper seal. The purge. Oh no. I mean, I can't stress it enough. People need just, and I don't think I have any of these. How many of you have stockpiled toilet paper? Really? Yours already said he would axe the door down to get me, like yesterday. Jeez, that sounds ridiculous. This many French fries is gonna do me in. Yeah, tell your sister that she's ridiculous, and some other family is gonna miss out. So I want to stress to people: don't stockpile toilet paper. That is, there is no reason to stockpile toilet paper. It's bulky. If you just get what you get what you need, the store will not run out. Instead, people are going nuts and buying more than they need. You already said that once, David, and yes, you're right. Um, it's not a bad idea to have some kind of stock in canned foods, but don't go crazy. Don't fill up your entire cart. If you've got money to spend on, uh, if you've got hundreds and or $1,000 to spend on trying to stockpile food and toilet paper, take $500 of that and invest it. Open an E-Trade account. Look at pharmaceuticals. Look at um, like Nasdaq or S&P 500. Invest in those things because they will rebound, and your $500 will turn into 10 grand in a couple months. I can bring my roommate in that is a financial advisor, and he'll tell you the same damn thing I'm saying. I mean, I can't give proper numbers, and you could lose it. It's gambling, but be greedy when people are scared. Be scared when people are greedy. Oh, Emmy, I didn't know you were laid off. I'm very sorry to hear that. You're not gonna stop people from freaking out. And you know, I feel like you have to say you're gonna lose it. But if you diversify your funds enough, holy crap. Tribflix TV. I don't think I recognize you either. What are you crying laughing about? How you doing? Watch, I'm probably subscribed to you too. I'm not. Haha. 21. Home of Supercut trailers. Awesome. Well, welcome to the stream. I was doing creepy stories, but now I'm eating French fries. Ooh, I love the floppy ones with my cheese sauce. Mm-mm. Um, yeah. So Tribflix. Yeah, really. If you see people acting erratic, best thing to do is just grab enough for you, for your one family, whether it be medication, food, whatever. Don't go crazy with it. Stay out of altercations, because I don't think people are that far yet, and I don't think it'll get that far. Um, it's really terrible that people with just regular colds, um, best thing they can do is vitamin C and lots of rest. You always do. Well, I mean, yeah, it, and I can't stress it enough. There's going to be shortages because people are freaking out. You can't stop that. But if you find a store that sells the things that you don't have, don't go nuts. Don't buy it all. Um, could you make $1 on this? You can make $1 on this right now. There's people selling Charmin for $36 on eBay. But would you really feel good about that? On one hand, people are afraid of a virus. On the other hand, they think they can fight it with regular medication. No, no, and I don't think it's that bad. It's just you see little outbursts of things like, buying all the produce. I'll say this: buying toilet paper and water are bad. Buying all of the produce is terrible. Do you know how much food waste there is going to be from people buying all the produce? I need 27 heads of lettuce. Well, looks like 26 and a half heads of lettuce are going to go to waste. David. Oh, David. Um, and no, I don't think it's something you look for, Yandere. It's something that will be created. There will be a cure for this, though. It's not it's not so bad that you're gonna kill all on me. Media really gets it. People are animals. They're all gonna freak out. Media doesn't help. Media blows everything out of the water. Just relax. Stay at home as much as you can. Order Amazon as much as you can. Yeah, if the bar's not closed. I know in America that they don't want any more than 20 people gathered in one place. Um, I mean, I will say there is some sensation to it. I'm not going to say it's all hype. It is a very real virus. People really do get sick from it. But with that being said, it's not always the end of the world. But if you have signs, go to the doctor. Wear your masks. Try not to get others sick. If you suspect you're sick, let your doctor know that you feel that you're sick. They will tell you what to do to take precautions. Oh, lavender. Oh, oh, that's terrible. This is too many French fries. Hey, Misty, get it. Booga booga. Good girl. Hey, Misty, come here. Come here. Let's see if she can do it on camera. Let's set this up right here. Misty, high five. Shake. I'm so white, I taught the dog to do that. Go lay down. Oh, I'm gonna make you sick by flicking my cable. Oh, good girl. Oh, now it's greasy. Am I beautiful? Oh, it's so greasy. Ah, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's good. There we go. Horn dog, don't be that guy. There's a problem of long hair problems. Eating your hair. Sorry, bud. I mean, I got plenty of fries left. Come here. Come here, Misty. Leave it. Let's see how long she leaves it for. Leave it. There it is. You can see it. Misty. You don't want it? Get the fry. Let's see if she can do another one. Alright, get. Leave it. Wait, where's it at? Let's put it right there. Right, where's it? Dang it. Leave it. Where the hell is it? There it is. Misty. Get it. Usually just say her name and she gets it. Whatever. Nice, bro. Where'd the 3D TV when you need it? Oh, when I was... No joke. Hi, pretty girl. I know you just want me for my french fries. But any other time, you're fine with me. Come on. Aww. Go lay down. Good girl. You may have pizza? I mean, that doesn't sound like a for sure thing. So cute. The doggy? Yeah, she's a good girl. How long do I think the virus will last? Honestly, that's hard to tell. I don't think we've seen the worst of it. Um, I would like to believe a couple months, but we could still be a couple years from a cure. So it could be a couple months, it could be a year, it could just be we go back to business in a couple weeks. honestly, it's just the best thing you can do is keep your head cool. Don't freak out. I'm not the freak out kind of guy, anyways. So, I mean, hey Pam, how you doing? I mean, don't freak out, says the guy with the proper gas mask or respirator. Um, but if you're interested in getting a respirator, you got to make sure that you have one that fits. Like mine's a medium, and it fits me. They come in like three sizes: small, medium, and large. And then the filters, which don't come with the gas mask. Um, you want them to be unopened, and you got to make sure your gas mask A fits filters B. And then also that the number, so these say P100, right? You got to make sure that that's what you're looking for. Hmm. Oh Jesus. Um, $44, and the half face reusable is currently unavailable. Um, oh yeah, they also have these. Hang on a second. Forgot about these. Move, Misty, move. Ugh. This is my military bag. Let me see here. Here's my gloves. Here's my headset. Ah, here they are. So they have these too. So I feel like I'm running low. I don't know why. So I don't know if they recommend these at all. Oh yeah, okay. So these are N95 cloth masks, which I'll actually let me give some to my roommates. One second, guys. Hey, Tommy. old Chappy was ready for this thing all along. They're selling these things for 43 bucks. I don't even think that's at 95. How many do I got left? I don't know. Whatever. So there you go. I think that's all. Lo and behold, Chappy was ready for this thing all along. Might as well wrap a bandana around your head. Well, so this is an actual N95 mask. If properly sealed around your face, the nose pinched, you're breathing from here. And they're thick. So that's a much cheaper alternative than buying this thing. So the masks didn't do them any good. Well, I mean, I don't know. I used to have the full face respirator. I wonder what happened to that thing. That was a sweet. It was pretty good. But cartridges for these things are already not cheap. These cartridges are very expensive. They've actually got a thing on here. Oh, so they're saying that possibly the virus is too small for the gas mask to protect you. So, oh well. But, you can look cool by wearing them. Whatever. Not possibly 100% exactly. I mean, I think it could deter from it probably, but not stop it. I mean, nothing's 100%. The virus is not man-made. It shares a common um, trait with bat, because bats have this coronavirus, a very close relative to this coronavirus. Um, that's why I suggest people watch the Michael Corvid video with Joe Rogan and the Seeker. What do I need to know about coronavirus? Um, there's been dodgy things on the net because people like to start rumors. Um, I mean, I guess why would you release a virus on your own people and then have it spread so perfectly? I don't think man can produce something so deadly. Oh, there you go, David. You believe it came from a lab? Um, hey, take it easy, Kevin. Yeah, I just I just say relax, calm down. It's not man-made, and it's gonna blow over. And my masks aren't gonna do anything to help me. The Georgia Guidestones. That's a yeah. That the hell is that? I wouldn't put any stock in that. Yeah, man can't create a perfect virus like this. And it's not that it's perfect. Um, just every now and then the perfect condition exists. I thought Asia or India was the most overpopulated area. Maybe not. Maybe it's China. Um, I mean, anywhere where there's a high concentration of people. But I stress this, none of us are doctors or experts. None of us in this room. There's 16 people. I can guarantee someone might work in the medical industry, but they don't know about coronavirus. You just know what you read online. So just relax. If it happens, it happens. Wash your hands. Stay out of groups of large people. Don't be a dick and don't buy all the toilet paper. Don't be a dick and buy all the vegetables that are going to turn into fruit flies like 7 days later. Just do your best to stay afloat right now. Um, well, you need to have her back the f off. I don't like when anybody gets in my area, my face. You people are crazy. But Creaky Blender. There's a guy that I like, Lewis something. He's an Australian. He did the Socialist, and he's really funny. Um, you might have to go back and play some old Resident Evil. Nice. So anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. I've been going for 2 hours. It's 9 o'clock. I'm gonna play the game for a little bit. So if you want to pop on and say hey to me. If you don't play, it's called Black Desert Online. It's a cool game. Yeah, I'm gonna. There we go. I like Australian. God damn it. What's his name? Here's me bloody face. Yeah, that guy. Damn it. YouTube. He does Destination Fucked. Aussie Man. That's it. I love Aussie Man. That guy's hilarious. That's why you didn't accept the guild invite yet. Yeah, no worries, Abby. So go ahead and accept the guild invite. So all right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I will talk to you all later. I love you, and maybe we'll either play Black Desert tomorrow, or maybe tell some more stories. Um, just remember, be calm. You gonna play Fortnite? Nah, man, you gotta play Black Desert. I've not seen the new Sonic movie yet. I haven't really been to movies in a long time. I love Destination Fucked. They're just so good. But and BDO is pretty fun. It is. But alright guys, I'm gonna get off here. I love you all. Make sure you check out the Discord if you're not in it. Please subscribe and like or dislike. I mean, it's up to you. Think about becoming a member. If you can, 99 cents a month. I mean, that's my lowest one. You get cool emojis. And then the things go up from there. Just think, for like $100 a month, and I don't even get the whole 100. It's like, I don't know. No, one of them you get my phone number. Like you can text me whenever you want. That sounds ridiculous. Oh. Son of a. I gotta charge my vape. But alright, guys. I will chat at you all later. And if you need to talk, please hit me up on Discord. I always have time for my peoples. Because I'm your peoples, you're my peoples. So alright, guys. I don't even have your phone number, and I'm pretty rad. Well, you are pretty rad, Emmy. Yeah, y'all be good. Have a good night.